Hi people. Drugs. Overdoses. People dying. Young adults. There's been a few deaths from suspected overdoses in Australia so far this year. Music festivals. Pill testing is a ridiculous, stupid idea. All it's doing is encouraging people to take drugs. I mean, let's face it, they're illegal, right? They're illegal, which means you shouldn't have anything to do with them. If you want to take drugs, right, you're going to be locked up. What we should have is a system where if you get caught taking drugs or you're in possession of a bag of pills or whatever, these are users I'm talking about, not the pushers or the manufacturers of these drugs, but the users. Take the user away and these people will have no one to push their drugs to. They won't be able to sell them because the users have gone. You get caught, you're straight to a JP no matter what time of day it is, 24/7, by the police. Police explain what went on. JP says, right, bang, you've got 30 days in a work camp, and that work camp can be anywhere. It could be out in the middle of the Nullarbor, which would be a fantastic place to set up a work camp. You wouldn't have to worry about any fences because there's hundreds of miles of desert to get out of. They set up these mining camps in the middle of nowhere. We can set up a punishment camp in the middle of nowhere or wherever. Free up the prison system, free up the court system with all these idiots that want to take these drugs and just send them straight out. First offence, you got 30 days digging ditches or planting trees or whatever benefit the work for as far as for the work camps concerned. Right? Get caught again and you're out there for 12 months. If we have to lock half the country up because probably more than half the country are taking fucking drugs, don't worry about that. It is absolutely huge, the drug problem here in Australia and in most countries of the world. But we're talking about Australia here. Every state, it is absolutely fucking rampant. Why? Because of the money involved. Every time you see a police bus, they caught so much of ice or coke or heroin or whatever it is. There's always money involved. And it can be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, it could be fucking hundreds of millions. And that's what it's all about. Money. So, take the users out of it. Lock them up. Well, not lock them up, put them out in the fucking work farm. Right, you get caught, you go to a JP, you get one phone call, and you're gone. Straight away. No rooting around with locking them up in the cells overnight or wait for the court system to come along. Right, you're gone. You're caught, your JP signing your sentence. End of story. If you lose your job, you lose your family, you lose everything you've got, that's your fucking problem. Don't take drugs. It's as simple as that. Everybody puts this shit down to mental health. You know, our emergency departments in the hospitals are absolutely chock-a-block with fucking idiots like these, right? But normally they're not idiots. Normally they are nice young adults, but they take these drugs, and today, who knows what's in the fucking shit? You know, most of it is being imported. A lot of it's being cooked up in this country, but you wouldn't know what is in it. I mean, if you go back 20 years ago, right, even the marijuana, 20 years ago, everybody knew what they were smoking, right? I've smoked it myself, right? You knew what you were smoking. It was homegrown or it was commercially grown, but you knew there were no fucking drugs in it, no chemicals, apart from fertilizer or whatever. Nowadays, you've got fucking everything in it. It's the same with smoking tobacco. You smoke cigarettes. How many chemicals are in cigarettes? Hundreds. But in the illegal drugs, you wouldn't know what the fuck was in it. And that's the problem. I've known people, like respectable business people, when I was in the business community myself, who used to smoke marijuana. Right? And even they used to tell me the shit you buy these days is fucking rooted. You're better off to grow a plant in your backyard or fucking, you know, in a room or a couple of rooms or whatever, for yourself, for your own consumption, than buy the shit that's around these days. I mean, that's what's fucking everybody up. These young people take the shit, they start getting fucking what they call mental illness. It's not mental illness, it's because they're smoking or fucking or snorting or whatever they're doing, injecting this shit into their fucking system. All these chemicals, and it's just fucking their brains. They start getting fucking psychosis. They have fucking psychotic episodes. They're depressed. You name it. Right? I mean, it's just fucking our whole society up. But then again, you've got to look at the big picture, the big overall picture worldwide. It's all the same worldwide, everywhere. Every country in the world's got a fucking drug problem. You know? Heroin, fucking ice, this fucking MD, or whatever it is, there's that much fucking shit around these days, you lose fucking track of it. But it's all to fuck people up. Just fuck the whole society up, especially this next generation. So they're all fucking whacked on fucking drugs. Oh, 85% of them. And they're rooted. Just fucking... We have to get really tough. And that's what we have to do, is take the users away from the situation so these pricks can't fucking sell it to them. I heard a few years ago, probably 10 years ago, that the Colombians, because there was that much shit going into America, but the price had come right down, the report said that we send it to Australia because we can get a higher price for it. Right? Heaps of the shit coming in here. And you'd be surprised who fucking snorts coke, even to this day. Right? It's not just fucking druggos, fucking homeless people on the fucking streets. It's every Tom, Dick and fucking Harry, right up the ladder. To judges, lawyers, fucking accountants, fucking Supreme Court people. Don't worry about that. Fucking unbelievable, fucking rampant. Right? And that's what we have to do. We have to take the fucking users away. Right? If you get locked up, you get fucking locked up. Go for it. You won't want to fucking go back there again. We can have our fucking military fucking police in the place. Right? Look sideways at a fucking one of the officers and you'll get a whack in the fucking head. Right? Fuck it. So, the big picture is they're trying to fuck every country in the world. Right? And they're fucking this country. Go back fucking 30 years ago, 40 years ago. This country used to be a brilliant country. Right? Now, there are that many rules and regulations and fucking, you can't look sideways. And you'll get charged with some fucking thing, or you'll get a fine, or, it's just bullshit. All right, I'm out of here. That's my rant.